to the theater. You're surprised that it's still light outside because it seemed like so much more time had gone by. I think that feeling applies to right now too. We've spent 4 years in high school and it has seemed like an eternity. It has seemed like we've experienced so much, like we've waited for this moment forever. But now, as we throw open the theater doors to our future, sunlight is hitting us square in the face, as we realize not that much time has gone by and not much has changed in our situation. In August of 2009, we were just becoming freshmen in high school, but now, on June 14th, 2013, we are freshmen in the rest of our lives. No matter what each one of us is planning on doing after tonight, where we go from here is confusing, and the road we are supposed to follow will never be obvious. When we were awkward, annoying 14-year-olds, we were all a little nervous and didn't know what to expect. And I think we all feel the same way going forward tonight. But I think this is the way you're supposed to feel when you start a new chapter of your life. As humans, we're scared of change, so it's only natural that we feel uneasy about doing something completely new. And while we may be in the same anxious situation as freshman year, that doesn't mean we haven't changed since then. Just as a great movie can change how you see the world, our experiences during our high school years have changed us too. We have learned important lessons, whether they were from our teachers in the classroom, from our coaches and teammates in sports and activities, or from our friends and family along the way. Now is a great time for us to reflect on the lessons we have learned while watching the movie of high school and thank those people who taught us those lessons. Every one of us has had a different experience, and all of us have taken away different things from our time here. So I'd like to take this opportunity to share some of the lessons I've learned with my fellow graduates. The first lesson I've learned is that in any task you take on, having a good attitude is half the battle. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think that you can or that you can't, you're right." Those words ring true no matter your situation. I'm not sure of very many things in this world, but one thing I am sure of is that when you go into an experience with a negative attitude, you will fail. There's no doubt about it. It is only when we make the decision to have a positive attitude that we even make success a possibility. When you make your attitude positive, when you say, "I can do this," it's like you're giving yourself permission to succeed. And sometimes that's all you need. The second lesson I have learned is the importance of knowing your strengths and knowing yourself. While other people may have their opinions of what your strengths are, and other people may have their expectations for what you should do with your life, only you can know what your goals are. If you don't take a look at your life and think about what direction you want to go, someone else will make those decisions for you. Don't leave your fate up to fate. Be proactive. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. They may not work out, but the fear of not succeeding should never stop you from pursuing them anyway. The third important lesson I've learned while in high school is probably the most important. In our society, caring about things has somehow acquired the stigma of being uncool. People who care about their career are workaholics. People who care about school are nerds. People who care about politics or religion are zealots. Heck, people who care about book series or TV shows are obsessed. People who care about anything are uncool. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's simply not the case. If you aren't passionate about something, you will have no purpose in life at all. Throughout my time in high school, I cared about my grades, my performance in sports and activities, and my friends, and it made the experience more enjoyable. Life is no different. The only thing you definitely should not care about are people who ridicule you for caring. Don't waste your time with those people. Spend your time caring about something else. My final piece of advice would be this. Don't dwell on what you have done in the past, even if it was successful. Instead, focus on your next step and constantly look to improve yourself. Every one of us has extraordinary talent. Some of you have been terrific athletes, and as we saw, some of you are gifted musicians. Some of you are hardworking students, and some of you are unbelievably compassionate friends. Some of you are great at building things or being a leader, and some of you probably have talents that you've kept to yourself, that no one else even knows about. But as extraordinary as our talents are now, remember that the time you spend enrolled in high school amounts to less than 5% of your life. Take the memories you have forged within these 4 years and cherish and cherish them. But to be successful, we have to move on too. And if you play your cards right, what you do after high school should be so much more extraordinary than what you have done in it. From this point forward, take your talents and use them to make your community and the world a better place. Class of 2013, we made it. And as I said before, our time in high school has been like watching a matinee showing at the movie theater. We came here excited about what we would see. After all, we had heard really good reviews about this flick. Just like at the cinema, we were told not to use our cell phones. But then again, if you have AT&T like me, it's not like you got service here anyways. There were sad parts, scary parts, moments of comedy, and moments that made us stand up and cheer. And now that it's all said and done, and the credits are rolling, I hope that this film we call high school has been one that you enjoyed, that it has made you feel something. All the best movies do. But more important than our time in high school is what we do now with our futures. Because even though we saw a great movie, as we open the door to the theater tonight, we have so much sunlight left in this day, and I'm so excited to see what all of us do with it.